Previously on Dread and Breakfast.
I'm Gavin, and I'm Extraction.
Her name is Ava.
Hello, my name is Johann von Meissner, but you can call me Hannes for short if this is easier for you, yes? And this is our very, very good boy, Gunther.
You're the people that go out and save all these nerds when they're in trouble? That film crew that you saw, you don't see them anywhere.
It's go time.
The helicopter just kind of like flips.
Oh, I land. I try to land. Okay, everyone sound off.
You don't hear Emery.
Oh,
No!
You see a door.
I immediately head for it.
You see the letters ORCS.
We open in a blizzard, a complete whiteout, snow pouring down. We zoom into the blank, into the void, and we see the rough, snow-swept outline of a helicopter, crashed and mangled on the ground. Inside, we see 6 inhabitants in varying states of consciousness.
Marissa.
Oh, good.
Ava. How you doing?
Not fucking great. So the helicopter is unfixable, correct? Like 100% unfixable?
I don't think you've had time to figure that out yet. You crashed maybe 5 minutes ago, and in that time, Hannes has left the party with Gunther. So your mascot and the person who knows how to get places have fucked off, which is
Hey, wait a minute.
which is great for you.
I'm sorry I'm trying to save us here, but okay.
No one on the ship knows that. I distinctly remember 0 communication between Hannes and everyone else.
No. That is
we
not
said.
true. This is our, catastrophe procedure.
Yeah.
We, talked about this, that, Hannes's job is to, secure the perimeter.
Yes, but securing the perimeter and, a door, let's go see what's in there.
Oh,
Are,
true.
2
Okay.
very different things. But yeah, Ava, what's up?
So Ava, she's a seasoned Arctic rescue nerd, right? So I think she, immediately understands how dire of a situation this is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, for a second, she, lets that panic get the best of her. And she's just, in the cockpit looking at the controls and nothing is responding. And the things that are responding are just telling her what she already knows, that everything is fucked. I think she just has, her head in her hands for a second and is just muttering to herself, oh God, okay, darn it, okay, just calm down, okay, stay calm. We can do this. Okay. And she will turn to the film crew. Hi, so my name is Ava. Our unconscious lad is named Emery, and this is Gavin. What are your names?
They all kind of look a bit shaken. They sort of don't respond right away. They all kind of look at each other, and then the one in the center steps up and says, "Hi, I'm Roger. It's not the invasion of Gary's. It's fine. I wanted to commit to having everyone named Gary. But that
That was last episode. Now everyone's Roger.
Yeah,
no, that sounded like hell to me. No, the one in the middle says I'm Roger. The one on his right is named Bill, and the one on his left is named Carlos.
There's no women on this film crew? God.
No, unfortunately not. I'm very sorry.
So, Ava, takes a beat and she looks at each of them, really looks at them. She's like, Roger, Bill, Carlos, nice to meet you. We are going to get out of this alive. So just stay calm. We're going to figure this out. Okay?
And you see that they believe you. They actually start to calm down. You could tell that they were on the verge of panicking. This seems, like you said, kind of like a worst case scenario. They kind of look at each other, and then they look, and Roger's like, Roger.
That's so fucking stupid. Oh, damn.
And then the other two like roll their eyes and like, he always does that. Yeah, we got it. Thanks.
Ava like chuckles at that. Okay, like I said, just sit tight and we'll report back with a plan. And I'll go over to Gavin. How's Emery looking?
Yeah, Gavin is through a full mouth because he did pull some more snacks out of Emery's pockets.
From unconscious Emery.
Constantly stress eating.
Emery's fanny pack of holding.
Yeah, the stress eating is real though. It's not great. Especially since he's the one who knows the medical stuff. But I've seen worse, I think.
But he's stable for now? Like, we can move him theoretically?
As far as I know, I'm not the medic.
Okay. We're gonna have to go somewhere because we can't wait it out in here. We have no doors. So why is everyone rolling their eyes at me?
Still can't believe we don't have doors.
I think you guys have like emergency tarps you can roll over the door opening.
Oh, sick. Then okay, so I just remembered miraculously we have tarps. So
Is Ava a clairvoyant?
yes. I'm having a vision.
Directly from God.
But okay, Gavin, start taking the tarps down. I'm gonna see if Hannes knows where the heck we are. Do our radios still work?
That's a great question.
I would like to try.
Okay. You click your radio and you're trying to talk to Hannes?
Yeah,
Not base for help?
we already tried that.
That's right, we did do the SOS.
You did try to call on the B team, made solely of Gary's.
The the G team, if you will.
The G team, yes.
Ava to Hannes, status report, please. Where are you?
When you say that in, that comes out loud and clear over Gavin's and Emery's radios. I also think it comes over Roger's because you guys were in radio contact with them to pick them up. Hannes, however, you hear nothing.
I'm in a metal box.
Oh no!
Ava, you say that, you all hear it, so you know that it works, and then you wait maybe, 30 seconds, and there's still no reply.
I go out.
Oh.
I check the perimeter.
Okay, make me a pull.
Fuck. My cool sunglasses don't help me navigate a whiteout condition.
Absolutely not.
Oh, episode 2. Hello.
You're doing great. Okay. You start to walk the perimeter. You know that the helicopter is not on ice. Or it is, but if it is on ice, it's stable. You don't feel it cracking or hear anything.
This is good.
Yeah. You don't really see much in the way of footprints left by Hannes. You climb up on top of the helicopter. You saw Hannes go there, and you know that you should probably be able to find a trail from there. And you think you can, maybe make out just the faintest indentations in, the freshly fallen snow, leading off in a direction. And it seems kind of strange. You don't really know why Hannes would just sort of, walk off like that.
Question. Do we all have, dog whistles? Or, ways to summon Gunter back? Because Gunter's still with Hannes, as far as Ava knows, and Gunter might be able to either lead Hannes back to us or lead us to Hannes, depending on the state of things.
That's very clever.
Thank you.
That is very clever. I think if someone makes a pull, you guys can all have dog whistles.
I'm doing it. Group
Okay.
leader. I want to.
Pull
Let's
for dog
go.
whistles. Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I have some regrets already, but okay. All right.
I feel like whistles are a survival thing. I mean, they had them for the Titanic.
Oh!
From the bottom. No big deal. All right.
That's
Whistle.
fine.
You get a
Wowza.
whistle. You get a whistle. Gavin, take a whistle.
So does this retcon to mean that Hannes also has one of these whistles?
Yes. Everyone on the team will have one of these now.
Okay, then I would talk into the radio one more time. Hannes, we don't have eyes on you. Follow Gunter back to us, okay? We'll regroup. And I blow the whistle.
Right before you blow the whistle, you feel a slight tremor in the earth below.
Excuse me?
It's like a minor earthquake. So you kind of like stumble, you lose your balance, and like blow into the whistle all at the same time.
Is this what the rock nerds were talking about back at the base? Oh no.
And with that, we cut over to Christine.
Oh.
Hey, Hannes. How you doing?
Hello. Hannes is very curious about what he has just stumbled upon. I am seeing this door that says ORCS on the top, which I don't think I would be familiar with.
Not at all.
No. So, I mean, he's gotten this far, so Hannes reaches for the doorknob and tries to open the door.
So, weirdly enough, there's not like a doorknob or anything. There is a small intercom button on the left side of the door. You're in this like slightly cramped metal room. There's a door right in front of you. It's like there's a door behind you. It's kind of like a heat lock zone. Gunter is with you, I believe.
Yes. Yep.
There's a camera up in the far right corner of the room. You can tell it's like looking at the place kind of where you're standing, like the front of the door. And you can see red little lights on the inside of the lens.
So it's like an infrared camera.
Yeah. Or it has that capability.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm going to reach out and push the button of the intercom, and I lean in and go, hello?
Are you just looking at the door, or do you look at the camera when you say this?
Well, my face is right next to the intercom. I think
fair.
I would probably be like looking out of the corner of my eye up at the camera, like, because I have clocked that it's there, and I'm hoping that somebody sees me.
So yeah, you see it like turn as though it's like focusing, and you hear like a, "Oh, thank God, Mary." Who the fuck are you? I'm sorry, you can't be here. You need to leave.
Hello, my name is Johann von Meissner, but you can call me Hannes for short if this is easier for you. This is my dog Gunter. We have crashed from our rescue helicopter outside, and we're in a dire condition. We have one of our teammates is injured with a head injury, blunt trauma, so I'm requesting some assistance.
Yeah, buddy. Sorry, very sorry. Not my job. So, wait, did you say dog?
Yeah, I said dog, and I also said blunt force trauma to the head. We have a human out here that is in need of some assistance.
And you see the camera turn, and it focuses on Gunter, and you hear,
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hey, I think they have Clay's dog.
Oh, no.
What? Oh, no.
Hannes very instinctively just kind of puts a hand out on Gunter.
Oh.
okay.
Your dog can stay. You can't. Bye.
This is not acceptable. Where Gunter goes, I go. So it's both of us or neither of us, buddy.
It's at this moment you hear a rumbling, like a minor earth tremor, shall we say, is happening.
Oh, fun!
With you. Hannes, I need you to make me a pull.
Oh, great. Okay, cool.
As an
cool and
icicle
fun.
from the ceiling.
Oh no! Inside the heat lock?
This is not the heat lock. This is we're building a room to be one room removed from the outside. It's like the room past this will be where the heat is, and this is where Does that make sense?
Okay, now it does. So
Okay,
I'm pulling
I'm
to
very
avoid an icicle falling?
Yeah. I don't want to narrate you dying that way, so please don't mess it up.
Bob, but if Gunter is from orcs, then he could be like half cryptid or some shit.
Yes, that would be so cool though!
No!
Cryptid dog! Yeah! Also, that was a successful pull. But now I'm way more excited about this plot point. Okay, cool, let's go!
So with this like rumbling that's happening beneath your feet, you feel like the earth shake, and you hear rather than see like snap happen above your head, and you instinctively move out of the way, pulling Gunter with you.
Yeah.
And then a huge ass icicle just like falls and hits right where you were standing.
Ooh.
Shattered ice is everywhere.
In the spirit of dreaded breakfast, can I pick up a very sharp point?
Yes,
Of course.
Shivs!
You have an
Ice shiv.
Are you doing anything with
I just feel like I need to have something, because clearly like whoever's inside is not super concerned about me, and like whatever leverage or advantage, I don't know. I'm just trying. I've got nothing here and I'm trying to get something.
So as you bend down to pick up your stabber, Gunter's ears kind of perk up. He starts like pulling you back out the door you came in.
Gunter, stop.
He's really trying for it. He's about to break free.
Was ist es? Gunter, stop. Do I hear anything else from the people on the other side of the intercom?
Not right away, no.
I've still got one hand on like Gunter's scruff just to keep him with me. And with my other hand, I press the intercom again and I say, listen, we've got a whole group of people outside that are in need of help. If you do not assist us, then 7 people are going to die. This blood will be on your hands. Now, I don't know about you, but that seems like something I could not live with. So if you need us, we'll be outside. You're not getting my canine, but we will be requiring your assistance here.
He's our dog. You need to leave him here, and we'll get him.
If he's your dog's, then why is he out here with me? And then I head around the other way and open the door and go back to wherever Gunter is leading.
The second you open the door, Gunter breaks away and like sprints off into the snow.
Okay, then I am going to run back with him, but Hannes is counting his paces as he's running to go back.
Nice. Hannes, you're great at your job. Damn.
Yeah, well done.
Dankeschön.
You arrive back at the crashed helicopter. You see Ava outside, kind of like leaning against the chopper for like support from that tremor, and like just blowing for all she's worth on the dog whistle.
So I run up and
334.
334, 335. Ava, I have found something.
Oh my gosh, Hannes, where were you? Why didn't you respond on the radio?
Apologies, Ava, but there is a large bunker over there. 300, what did I say? 336. Hannes counted, but Christine didn't. There is a bunker 335 paces that way. For some reason, they want Gunter, and they are refusing to help us. But there has to be some way we can leverage our way in. Also, I have this shiv now.
Okay. Great. Shivs all around. I guess we can find more. If they won't let us in, a bunker is still better than freezing to death out here. So do you think you can get us back?
It would be a little bit cramped, but yeah.
Excellent. Good boy, Gunter. And I give him a big pet for leading Hannes back to us. And I bust in with Hannes back into the chopper.
Okay.
Okay. Good news. We found a place to take shelter. So Film Boys, I think that's your company name, gathered whatever essential equipment, and when I say essential, I mean essential, whatever you can carry on your back, and leave the rest here, and we'll shoot some other film some other time, okay? Gavin, can you help me get Emery on a sled? We're going to have to take him with us.
Gavin, having at this point created a moderately sized pile of food wrappers, looks up and okay, we got a place to go. We know we should bring the bags with the blankets and the hand warmers and the flares. We definitely don't want to forget the flares since we're leaving the primary side of the wreck. Guys, if you could grab that and you can grab that, and let's get going.
Who is in charge of packing up Emery?
I guess it's me.
I would like for you to make a poll, please.
Oh, Beans.
Oh, no.
Don't kill our boy. Don't kill our anxious medic boy.
Gavin, if you mess this one up, your life might not be the one that's on the line right now.
Oh no, I hate
Oh, no.
that.
I mean,
Can that happen?
You've said worse things to me.
Is that?
Have I? That makes me sad.
No, I'm just saying a situation where an NPC dies and I live sounds better than a different situation where I don't live.
Damn. All right. You bandage up Emery and like lash him to a sleigh, basically. And you and Bill from the film crew are gonna like pull him. Carlos is laden down by too much photography equipment, Ava. You can already tell this, but
Oh, no.
he's insisting that all of it is important and that the footage that he took is irreplaceable and his magnum opus.
Carlos, you know what's more irreplaceable? Your life to your family. Drop at least one of those cameras or we're going to have a problem right now.
Carlos looks at you and says, I don't have a family. This work is my life.
Then give me one of them. You can't carry all of it.
He gives you one.
Throw it on the ground.
Yeah.
Throw it on the ground.
Burdens.
You can take the memory card out if you want to be really nice.
Why are you so anti Carlos having this camera? I don't know. I feel like this could come in.
Because we're in a survival situation.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like,
you don't need photography equipment. You should be bringing the memory cards, if anything.
He whips up the camera and takes a photo of you with the flash and is just like, this is the moment that I've been waiting for. These are the shots that'll win me my Emmy.
Hades is like, come on, we have to get to the bunker. Why are you messing around with the camera? Just put it around your neck. It's on a strap. Let's go.
So you all eventually, with some trials and hardship, make it to the bunker. Like, you're all basically having to like hold hands and like listen as Hannes shouts at all of you the direction and also the number of steps, because you can't see more than a foot in front of you. The snow is falling so thick and fast.
How many flares do we have? And can I make like a flare trail from the helicopter to the bunker so that, one, we can find our way back, and two, if a rescue squad flies over, there's more than one flare to look at? Or is that a dumb idea? That might be a dumb idea.
No, this is a good idea if we have adequate flares.
Well, you have at least one flare gun.
I have one flare in my flare gun, and I'm saving that.
We're talking like road flares? You probably all have at least one. I think if someone would like to have more than one, make it pull.
I'll do that because I used one already. So yeah, I'll pull to have another one.
Sure.
Oh.
Harness, road
This
flare,
is a
road
utilitarian
flare.
thing to pull for.
Yeah,
Very
That's-
on brand, honestly.
that's very Hannes.
Excellent.
That's so honest.
If we all have one, and so does Emery, I think every 100 paces we pop another flare so that the G team can find us, you know?
The G team.
And then I would put one like right outside the bunker too. Like, here we are.
Oh,
Sorry,
they hate
orcs.
that. Oh, you have no idea the ire you're causing right now.
I'm trying to live. Like,
That's fair.
But no, so once we get in there, Ava's gonna look around and just kind of turn to Hannes and be like, is this facility on any of our maps?
I've never seen anything like this before. Hannes walks up to the
Before you can even push the button, you hear
Yo, German guy, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's me. I'm back again.
And you brought more bitches in our place?
Oh!
What is this horse shit?
First of all, there's no need of this kind of language for my cohorts. Secondly, you see this man here, he is going to die if you don't assist him. So I don't know if there's some sort of Arctic code, like there's a bro code or something, but no man left behind, yeah?
Sounds like not my problem. Again, you can leave the dog, and then you can leave. These are...
Scheiße, absolutely not. Let us in immediately. Hannes is starting to lose his cool.
Hannes. I guess this is a fun thing. Hannes, you're losing your cool. Make me a pull from the tower.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
because this man doesn't see very clearly that there's a life on the line.
Mm-hmm.
This man is a
This
bitch.
man very clearly does see that.
Oh.
Well, the fact that he doesn't care about it, like, just doesn't make sense. Like, this isn't computing that this man doesn't understand what's at stake here.
Ooh.
Yeah, tower's spicy.
Yeah, well, so is Hannes.
Hannes, you're really like freaking out. You know, your blood is boiling and you feel like you're about to break something. Before you can do anything, you hear over the speaker a different voice.
Maroon, cut it out. Let them in. That guy's fucking dying.
Yeah, sure. Why don't we let him in? A bunch of civvies when we're in the midst of a fuck.
And a brief and very pregnant pause happens.
Oh.
And then you hear like a and the door kind of like open just a little bit.
Ooh.
Before we go in, I look at Gunter and I look him directly in his eyes and I say, heal. And then we walk in.
You're in a very small corridor. There's basically nothing to it. There's like fluorescent bulbs in the like upper corners of the hallway, like every 10 feet or so. And you only see like 2 of them because this corridor does dead end very quickly into another door, which is also open. This one is like also made of metal, but has a doorway in it that looks like it's not like bulletproof glass, but it's like that kind of glass that has the metal chicken wire in it.
Oh.
Similar to what was in the Kalamazoo.
Yes. This door is open, so you push it open. You're in a much bigger room. Coats and cubby holes line the whole thing. It looks actually kind of like your base's go room. Your like mud room where you would store your like your jackets and your boots, like when you just get in from a mission or something if you wanted to change. In this room, you see 2 people sitting behind, well, one sitting, one standing, behind a front desk. Right in front of you, past the reception desk, is another door. It's black. There is a blue door on the right wall, and on the left wall, there's a red door.
Ooh.
There's a man behind the computer screen with their head down, and a woman looking up at all of you, and she says, "Hello, I'm so sorry. What can we do to help?"
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can you describe the clothing that these people are wearing?
I would love to. The woman is wearing, I mean, they're both wearing like polos or whatever. No, I hate polos. They're not wearing polos. No one wears polos in this world. Every polo that ever existed ever was burned years ago in the Great Purge.
The Polo Purge.
The Polo Purge, and I loved it. I reveled that day. No, they're wearing like sweaters and things and khakis and stuff.
But what color?
Oh, well, the woman's is a blue sweater, and the man, he's wearing like a red t-shirt. It's pretty warm in here. You guys are getting kind of toasty.
Aw, is my shiv melting?
Oh, your shiv is like just not even going to be a thing in like 10
Dang.
minutes.
Better stab somebody quick.
Yeah, use it now or forever
Yeah.
hold your peace, Hannes.
I think I would just kind of like shake my hand of the water in the red guy's direction.
Okay, so yeah, you're like blessing him with water. He looks up, glares at you, and then he sees the film crew behind you, specifically Carlos with all of his cameras, and is like, whoa, 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 no cameras. He looks over to the woman. He's like, Sky, you can overrule me on the dying guy. Whatever, fuck it. But cameras.
Yeah, speaking of, do you have a medic or something? Can we deal with that first?
The guy kind of looks over at the woman, and she says, oh, right. And she runs over to one of the cubbies, grabs like a red bag with a little plus sign on it, and runs over and starts, you can see, administering like fairly basic first aid to Emery.
So Ava's been in the back, like making sure everyone like gets in and shit. And she's like keeping like one eye on this bitch, making sure she's doing her job correctly. And then we'll like walk up and like address, what's his face? Maroon, you said?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Ava, and
That's
are...
great.
What?
Camera. And he holds out his hand for it.
Do we have like a name that I can drop for like our base? You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, are we well known?
Do you want me to come up with it, or do you guys want to come up with it?
Gary's are us. I don't know.
I was going to say alpha complex, but yeah, Gary zone.
The Gary zone's pretty
The
powerful.
Alpha Gary.
Alpha Gary.
Right. So as I was saying, we're all with Base Alpha Gary, and we're on a rescue mission at the moment. And who exactly are you? Because you aren't really anyone that we're familiar with, nor are you registered with the Arctic Base Association, the ABA, not to be confused with the hit band ABBA.
Hannes like holds up a fist in solidarity with his Swedish brethren.
Dancing Queen plays in the background somewhere.
So no, we're not registered anywhere. We are a top secret government base. Hi, welcome. You're all on government property now. Cameras, please.
Which government?
It's a valid question.
That is a very valid question. I'm not really at liberty to answer that. Again, cameras, please. This is the last time I ask nicely.
Are we to understand that they will be returned to the crew when the snow subsides?
They will be returned to you when you leave. Yes. Are you here waiting out the storm?
I mean, the alternative to waiting out the storm is to go back into it, which would mean certain death. So, yes, your hospitality is greatly appreciated. Carlos, is it okay?
Carlos is eyeing the man skeptically. It doesn't seem like Carlos wants to give up the cameras, but Carlos also doesn't want to die. And eventually, Roger pats Carlos on the back and says, "Come on, they'll give him back." And Carlos is like, "Just don't delete any of my footage. It's really good stuff, okay?" And he is like handing over he has like 3 different cameras.
I think Ava's just like watching everything, like very protective mom-esque. Like, is Sky done working on Emery? Like what? Like I'm sus.
So Sky has finished wrapping up Emery's head. She has changed the bandages that Gavin put on. It doesn't look like Emery's waking up anytime soon, but it also doesn't look like Emery is dying.
Cool. How is Gunter reacting?
Gunter is kind of excited. Gunter's like happy, but also kind of like antsy, and like Gunter isn't like, "Oh, new place, scary." Gunter's like, "Ooh, playground. What can I mess with?"
That checks out. He's a good boy, but he can be a little bit rambunctious. Hannes goes over to Sky and says, "May I use your facilities? If you would please point me in the direction of the nearest one. Thank you."
Sky looks over at you and says, "Oh, I'm very sorry, but I don't know that you're allowed past this room right here. If you wouldn't mind waiting, we've already called for someone, and they should be here soon."
Yeah, well, you know, a quicker way to figure out if we are allowed or not is just for us to go and to see what happens, no?
That's not happening, Sky says. We deal with a lot of really dangerous and contaminated items, and we really
do you know?
And we really don't want any of that to get out or cause harm to you. So it's really for your safety as well as our, security that you stay here. I will say one of the things that you guys also see in this room that wasn't apparent at first, because it's kind of like they're kind of cluttered. They seem like maybe they're not super used. They're kind of like covered with, gloves, coats, hats, that sort of thing. There are kind of like built into the walls what looks like pull-out laundry chutes.
Oh.
There's like some of those, but they don't seem to be for clothes.
How big are those? Like, could you fit like a person in
Don't
one
you
of those?
dare. Don't you dare, Hannes.
This is just Christine asking. I'm not saying Hannes is asking.
You're gonna slip and slide down into like hell. Like you can't.
Christine is just curious. Hannes hasn't asked anything.
So yes, there is specifically one that you could probably fit
a person in. If one of you wants to yeet yourself down a laundry chute.
Absolutely
no, thank
not.
you.
Yeah, but it's good to know if we've got the option to.
So there are some that you could fit maybe just a small jewelry box in. There are others that get, like book-sized. There's actually quite a few that are book-sized.
Shit! Wait!
There are some
cool!
that are maybe like the size of, I don't know, like a shoebox that maybe you may or may not put a haunted doll in.
Oh no!
There's ones that are like big enough to fit like a suitcase.
Like a mellophone case?
Yeah, metal box maybe.
That's a standard unit of measurement that everyone that listens to our podcast should be familiar with at this point.
Uh-huh.
There's 2 of each chute size, and they're usually like on opposite walls, and one is red and one is yellow.
Oh, interesting. I don't know what to make of that. Okay.
Ah.
There was one more thing. In the back 2 corners, there are shower heads, and you notice like shower drains.
Like the emergency ones?
Yeah, and the reason why you didn't notice this is because they're being used as like coat hangers. Like coat hangers are being hung on them and coats are being hung up there. These seem like very much not
OSHA
used.
would not approve.
OSHA would not, but OSHA's not here.
Is it perhaps like their containment procedure hasn't been updated in 5 years?
Maybe their containment procedure hasn't been upped in about 5 years and they're a bit lax.
This is not boding well.
What have we stumbled upon?
Well, if we're going to be waiting here for a while, I guess can we each claim a cubbyhole? And Ava will go to one of the chutes and go to like open it.
Is it the person-sized chute?
No, it's we'll say the mellophone one.
Okay. Are you looking like you're going to put something in it?
Yeah, I'll have like my hat or my scarf or something.
Yeah, you do that, and Sky looks at you and is like, "Oh no! I wouldn't do that. That's not a locker. If you want to see your scarf/hat, ambiguous, amorphous, warm thing again, don't do that.
So then, what is it?
It's not a locker. There's a locker right there," and she directs you to one that's full of shit.
Oh, you mean this one? And I go to touch the other chute next to it.
No. All bad. No. And Maroon is just like, they're fucking with you, Sky. Sky, this is why I didn't want to let them in. We should just let them die out there. Like, fuck.
I have a question.
Yes.
How many lockers are there? And can I assume that that's like how many people are in this space?
There are about 50 lockers. And you would assume that there are less people than that here because it looks like many of them are not filled or like not used.
Okay.
If you're going based on lockers, somewhere between like 15 and 25 people.
Well, regardless of cubbyholes and lockers and things, how long are we going to have to wait? Because we appreciate you rebandaging Emery here, but he's going to need more urgent medical attention after a while. So, would you like a cough drop?
No, thank you. Yes, we can provide that. I'm just waiting on someone to let you. And at that moment, you see the blue door burst open. You see a rather like ragged-looking man burst in. They look tired. There are bags under their eyes. They're dressed in like a blue button down that has like the top 3 buttons open. And if there ever was a tie there, it's gone. And god damn it, Sky, what's going on? And,
Is it?
Sky looks over and is like, "Oh, Captain Indigo. Yes."
Yes! He's right! Sorry.
Well, these are the people I was telling you about. They found our front door. And Captain Indigo just kind of looks at all of you, takes a deep breath, and just lets it out. Okay. Huh. Which one of you is in critical condition? I shouldn't ask. It's the one lying down. Got it. All right. I'll take that one, pointing to Emery, and one other person in for treatment. The rest of you, I need you to stay here.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Indigo, did you say? Why can't we
Captain Indigo.
Hannes loves this man.
Does Gunter react to Indigo at all?
Oh.
Gunter kind of seems to shy away.
Oh, no.
Maybe Hannes doesn't love this man.
Just slightly. It could be just the way he burst in the room.
Well, then, if only one of us can come in, can we request some blankets, cots, maybe some complimentary cocoa while we wait out here in your reception area?
You see Indigo think for a second.
I mean, if it makes it easier, we did already radio and signal to our our G team to come find us, so we probably might not be here for too long.
You see the man's eyes just like bulge for a second.
Yeah, I thought so, you nerd.
You did what?
Oh, it's our standard emergency procedure. See, I don't know if you heard this part, but we crashed in the middle of a polar vortex and we're fighting for our lives. So it is a miracle that we made it this far.
Okay. How do they track you?
I don't know that I'm at liberty to say, sir. Perhaps we could continue this conversation in your office while, again, Emery gets treatment?
Right.
Yeah, Ava.
So,
Hell yeah.
Hurt boy. Emmy? Maroon, you're taking Emmy. Take him to get patched up. Sky, you take everyone else. Take him to the hall. There's nothing there that they can't see. Captain, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name. Ava. You wanted to talk? We can meet in my office. It's just through this door. And he gestures at the blue door.
I make like eye contact with Gavin and Hannes of like, you got it, like you got this. And they'll like turn and follow Indigo.
Bye.
So, Hannes and Gavin, Ava leaves through the blue door with Indigo. The man named Maroon is carrying Emery out the red door. And Sky is kind of inviting you in through the black door behind her.
Yeah, I follow.
Okay.
Are we bringing the film crew with us too?
Yeah, the film crew is
Roger,
coming
Bill,
with you
and
guys.
Carlos.
Roger, Bill, and Carlos.
Any Roger, Bill, or Carlos?
The hallway that you enter is pretty nice. It's lined with glass walls. It's two what looks like conference rooms, one on your right and one on your left. And then at the other end of the hallway is another door, which she leads you in. And it's a small cafeteria. It's not as big as the one that you have back at your base, but they have like a little hot chocolate bar
So
where there's lots of
posh.
different flavored hot cocos.
They have different flavors.
Yeah, they have like
Damn.
mint, they have cinnamon, they have chili,
French vanilla.
French vanilla,
Yes.
The best one.
cucumber pickle melon.
Ah.
Don't give me too many ideas
No,
here.
Yeah,
Fob.
no.
Christine makes real all the bullshit. You can't say that.
I know. She's gonna sit you down. Yeah, it's, I'm really sorry about all that. Maroon's kind of an asshole and really strict at following protocol.
Yeah, he seemed like quite a bit of an Arschmeat-Ohren.
Yeah, whatever you said, big guy. And if you still have to go to the bathroom, there's one in the back over there, and she kind of points where like the cafeteria area is, like where you would get food behind there. And she's like, so if you gotta go, you can, like, I trust you. You all seem really
Aw.
nice. I'm sorry about all this. We're just, it's stress, a blizzard and stuff.
Danke. Hannes would maybe signal to Gunter to stay with Gavin, and like he just immediately goes towards where she was pointing.
Yes, explore.
I'm ready to explore. I want to get my bearings. Is there anyone else in this cafeteria?
At the moment, it doesn't seem to be, no.
Okay.
Hannes, you go back behind the serving line, and there is a swinging double door that leads you back into a kitchen. And then there are 2 doors. There's a unisex bathroom and another door.
What color is it?
It doesn't have a color. It's black. Well, I guess that's the color.
Is there anything that might be useful for Hannes to take here?
There's not a whole lot. You could grab a big pot.
Something easy to conceal, though. I don't want to be cliche, but I think that he would maybe look for a knife or a serving fork or something, just because I don't know. I'm not digging this whole vibe of this place.
There's probably a carving fork around.
Cool. I'm going to take that.
I don't know where you put that on your person, but you have it.
Probably in my boot.
Ooh.
Okay. So yeah, you have a carving fork in your boot. Terrifying. Cool. And yeah, you see a bathroom door, and you also see like a walk-in freezer, refrigerator kind of zone. And then you see this other door that is black and has no distinguishing marks on it.
I'm going to look back over my shoulder, and is Sky still there? What's Gavin doing? If I slip away for a second, am I going to be detected?
Sky definitely thought you were going to the bathroom. So she's not thinking, you started walking off towards the bathroom and you see a nice upstanding kind of guy who would not go and snoop in her secret place.
Cool. All right. I am going to go through that door for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or at least peer, there's no window or anything?
There's no window or anything, but you could crack the door and peer through Scooby-Doo style.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You see a pitch black corridor. There are no lights. At the opposite end, you see a door that is backlit, and you see a fingerprint scanner and a retina scanner.
I think, having thought about how there was a camera at the entrance, Hannes is just going to very slowly close the door again, taking a mental note, but is going to go rejoin the group in the cafeteria.
Yeah, you start heading back towards everyone else, and we thwack back to Ava. Ava, you've just walked into kind of an L-shaped corridor. There are doorways lining the walls. Each one seems to be into a different kind of office. They all have different nameplates. You see Cerulean, you see Indigo, that's the one you're going towards. You see all other types of names. They all seem to have something to do with blue. You see sky, you see deep. Deep blue.
This is bizarre to Ava.
Yeah, these people seem really into color. It's strange. Indigo opens the door with his name on it, and you can kind of tell this man seems on edge. He opens the door, turns on the light, and you see it's just completely trashed.
Oh.
This nice wooden desk is overturned. Papers are everywhere. There's a tape recorder that's smashed on the floor. And he goes, right, okay. And he turns off the light, closes the door, and you walk 5 steps over to a door labeled Sky, and it's a very nice, pristine office space. It's a baby blue wallpaper. It's got wall decals of clouds. There's a salt rock lamp in the corner that's on. And he goes and sits behind the desk and gestures for you to take a seat.
So, rough day? And I sit down.
You could say that, yeah. Very much so.
Well, I'll be honest, there's quite a few days I feel like dumping coffee on my boss's face, but very rarely do I actually indulge in those fantasies. Are you okay?
Yes, he says, and you can tell that this man's lying through his teeth at you right now.
Yeah, I figured. But yeah, she'll sit down. She's just casually looking around. There's no papers on the desk or anything that would give me a hint as to what this is there. It's okay if not.
There's not, but something you do notice while you look around, you notice that he left wet footprints on the carpeted floor.
Wet?
Yes.
With water?
Yes. How else does wet? Oh, I guess
blood?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
There are lots of wet.
With water.
Is his person wet at all?
No, it doesn't seem to be.
Damn it. Okay. So I do want to start with an apology. I know that we might not have been the most polite back there, but it was a matter of life and death for us, and we are genuinely grateful that you have taken us in under the circumstances.
You were dealing with Maroon. It's fine. He's a piece of shit. Nobody likes him. That's why he has desk duty.
He was probably the most openly hostile human I've ever met in my entire life, for sure. Is Maroon his real name?
Well, it's his agent title. It's his name here.
And what exactly is here?
Oh, right. Sorry. Welcome to ORCS. Yay! And he claps. We are the Oddity Research and Containment Specialists. You won't remember that later. That's fine. The goal is for you not to.
Right, I won't, and she winks. Remember that, wink, later. Wink, wink. So, you're based in the Arctic because you're studying oddities in environmental structure, global warming?
Yes.
Do you also research perhaps unusual animal...
At this moment, an earthquake happens underneath your feet, and you see him visibly panic for a second. And then he grabs his radio, and he goes, "Status report."
He's still contained, sir. Not sure how much longer, but the door's holding fast.
Let me know the moment something changes. He goes, "Sorry, like I said, long day."
Uh-huh. And again, forgive me, this is a little forward. What in the flim-flam flibbits was that about? Who is he? Where is, what
He isn't someone that you need to worry about. That's more my problem today. You could say you caught us at a bad time, Maroon notwithstanding. You all should be safe up here on this floor. I would recommend that you impart this to your team. Stay in the mess hall, stay in the dorms, wait out the storm, and then by all means, take off. Your rescue signal that you must be broadcasting won't work in here, so I don't know if your help will be arriving, but you're certainly welcome to wait out the storm here. That's what I got for you, kid. That's where I'm at.
We're like the same age, aren't we?
Yeah.
Ava is middle-aged, and I always pictured Indigo to be like, I don't know, 40.
Yeah.
He's just a patronizing asshole. All right, cool.
Well, thank you for your advice, and we'll be out of here as soon as we possibly can. I couldn't help but notice that you said we should be safe on this floor. What do you propose we do if it turns out that we're not?
And then he just takes a long sigh. Run. Probably.
Into a polar storm.
Yeah. I like your odds in the polar storm.
Oh, good. Could you escort me to the medical wing? I just want to check in on our cohort, if that's all right.
Sure. Yeah, that's not a problem. And he stands up and he's like, "I'm sorry you're seeing us like this. It's not our best. We don't usually take visitors, though, so I'm kind of sorry you're here at all, but I'm sorry you're seeing us this way."
The feeling's mutual. Usually we're not as disheveled. And as she goes to follow him, Ava, will hesitate for, a second, and then she's like, "Okay, but is he a Yeti? Because I do Yetis count as an oddity? Because I definitely, last month think I saw a Yeti. Does that count? Do you guys do that?"
He kind of smiles and has a really tired, grin on his face. He says, yeah, Yetis exist. You can't quote me on that. I will deny it to my dying day. The thing downstairs is not a Yeti. But you say you saw one weeks ago?
Ava looks ecstatic. Yes, we were near one of the glacial inlets, and it was just on the horizon, and it was very, very big, and everyone kept telling me it was Hannes in a coat, but I know it wasn't Hannes in a coat.
He seems to think for a second and says, that matches up with our timeline of events. Yeah, you, congratulations. You probably saw a Yeti. Would you like a sticker?
Actually, yes.
He goes back behind Sky's desk, pulls open the top drawer, and gives you a small little, like, gold star sticker.
I put it on, like, the band of my sunglasses as a badge of honor.
Nice.
From captain to captain.
He kind of nods at that, like, nice one.
Have I made a new best friend? Like, this is delightful.
Ava thinks it's her best friend.
Yeah.
Indigo, not so much.
You open the door to leave, and you're going out the hallway back the way you came, and someone comes, like, running up from behind you. It's a short, kind of, like, mousy-haired man. They look at Captain Indigo, and they kind of, like, salute really quickly and hurriedly, and then go, Captain, weather report, sir. And Indigo, it's like, yeah, I know. It's a blizzard. I looked outside, Philip. It's fine.
Philip? Excuse me?
What color is Philip?
Yeah, what color is a Philip?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. I wrote down a bunch of fucking names.
Philip is my favorite color.
Roy G. Biv Philip. He's on another wavelength.
He is
if you know what I mean.
Okay. Yes, Burgundy. I know there's a snowstorm outside. Burgundy goes, yes, Captain, but it doesn't look like it's going to stop for several hours, sir. We could be in a whiteout for the better part of half a day.
Excellent.
Indigo's eyes just kind of like drain. And he says, the door won't hold that long. You feel another like tremor. Kind of like shakes the whole building. Ava, give me a pull.
Okay.
Oh!
I don't like this.
Careful while you're pulling if there's earthquakes happening.
Oh, that's a good point. Look out.
Come on. Come at me.
Well, there's nothing coming at you. Just in that moment, there's like a fuzzy feeling in the back of your head.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And you hear a voice that says, he's lying to you. Thwack. We're back to Hannes.
Wait.
Hannes and Gavin.
No.
Hannes, right as you join back up with the table, you all feel like an earthquake, and the silverware on the table rattles, and some of it falls down, and you see Sky get visibly panicked at this. It only lasts for about 2 seconds and then dies down, but you see her getting like freaked.
Gavin is going to grab for another bag of chips or whatever's closest.
Hell yeah.
Do you know what's going on? Why it's shaking? That doesn't seem that doesn't seem quite right to me.
She looks at you and it's like, oh, you know, tectonic plates and seismic activity.
In this area of the Arctic?
Yeah, it's really crazy. We're on a wholly undiscovered fault line. And Gavin,
yeah,
you get kind of a fuzzy feeling in the back of your head. And you hear a voice.
What if I don't want to?
Oh, I'm sorry, but you do. And the voice says, that's a lie.
Oh no.
Do I recognize this voice?
Don't. You've never heard anything like it before in your whole life?
Well, that's unsettling.
No one else seems to have heard it.
Cool. Can I telepathically speak to this voice? Can I, like, think a question and not say it out loud? Be like, who, what, who's there?
Make me a pull.
Yes,
Do it. You got it.
I love
You got it.
this instinct.
Yes, Gavin. Yes, you are one smart cookie.
Or maybe very, very dumb. TBD.
Okay. See, he's good.
So yeah, you think that really hard, and you feel the thoughts kind of like trickling out of your mind. It's not a quick process. It takes a minute, but you get a response, and it says, "Come find me. I'm 1 floor down. Help." Won't you help me, Gavin? I'm trapped.
You're stuck? You're trapped? How was there an accident?
And we're a rescue team. Oh gosh.
There was. And I'm stuck. I'm in a dark room and no one can hear me.
I can hear you. Why can I hear you? Can't you just yell for help like a normal trapped person?
There's no reply to that.
I don't reply to their not reply.
That's fair. Okay.
So while this side convo is happening, does Hannes notice anything?
So Gavin seems kind of weird. Gavin's like stopped stress eating. He has like a chip up to his mouth but hasn't taken a bite and just is like focusing very intently on the empty chair in front of him.
Gavin, is everything okay?
Oh yeah. Sure. Yeah, I was just thinking about Cheetos again. You know me.
Cheetos, yes, I have heard of this very American snack.
Hannes, in this moment, the back of your head starts to get kind of fuzzy.
No, it doesn't.
It does. You hear a voice. Help me, Hannes.
I look at Gunther.
No.
But you're right next to me, good boy. You'll give him a pat.
Gunther looks happy and is panting and like happy wags his tail at you. And you hear, "Help me, Hannes." And you're starting to get like a slight headache.
Oh.
Do you hear that?
Do you say it out loud?
Yes.
Sky kind of looks at you. I didn't say anything. And then Roger, Carlos, and Bill all look at each other and they're like, no?
Like, do we hear what?
And at that moment, you hear a voice coming from Sky's walkie-talkie.
Sky? They're not going to be able to leave anytime soon. You might want to get them set with a room in one of the dorms.
Okay. And Sky is going to get up and be like, well, I guess you're staying the night. It's like an adult sleepover. Woo! I guess we'll put you up in the second dorms. There's a lot of vacancies there. You can pick the empty room that you want. And if you go above room 7, that one's maroons, and then you stomp on the floorboards all night, man, he won't sleep a wink. And that would just be a tragedy, wouldn't it?
I think I know which room I would like to have.
Hannes, you hear in your head, "It's a trap. Don't go there. Help me, Hannes."
I have no idea how Hannes would respond to this because it doesn't make logical sense. Mm-hmm. So I think he would say out loud again, There it is again. Do you hear this again?
I kind of hear something too, Hans. Is it like a voice?
Yeah, a voice that is crying for help.
Sky looks at you, and her eyes kind of get just a little bit bigger with like realization.
Oh, no.
And says, "Don't listen to it. It's you can't listen to it. You can't. It's and while she's trying to like come up with the words to explain this to you, you both hear loudly in your minds, "She's lying."
Hannes shoots Gavin a glance.
I make eye contact, like, yeah, I heard it, and I think I'm gonna try to use my telekinesis to
Your patented technique.
ask, who are you? Why do you know if she's lying? Why would I trust you?
Can Hannes hear Gavin speaking back to it?
You can't.
Okay.
It says, "Gavin, I know you. And then it starts to list things about you. I know you joined the team. At first you were kind of anxious about it, but you grew to like it. You grew to care about them for your family. I know that you're worried about your friend Emery right now. I know he's in critical condition. He can still make it. They don't want him to make it. Gavin, I know where you came from. I know the pier you were at, where you first fell in love. I know the Ferris wheel you enjoyed riding so much. I know so much about you, Gavin. Gavin, you have to trust me.
How do you know those things? Nobody up here knows this. Not even Ava knows about the Ferris wheel. Who told you?
You told me, Gavin.
What? I haven't told anybody.
I need you to trust me, Gavin.
Gavin, you start getting a little bit of a nosebleed.
Can I make a poll for perception to try to
do it.
gauge who to trust?
Sure.
Pull
To
for sincerity.
disengage from the spindly tendrils in your mind.
Oh.
True to form, Jacob coming in clutch with these difficult pulls. Way to be.
Yeah, so you think about it, and it's strange. You get a yearning from the voice. It seems to want help very badly. It doesn't seem to be malicious.
Yet.
I don't know if this information was worth a pull.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna have to ask Sky. Although I'm not sure if I trust her either. But what is this? Why does it know about me?
The second you say that, Sky stops stammering, trying to come up with the words to explain to both of you what's going on, and says, "What does it know about you? What did it say?"
Oh, shit.
I mean, everything. Stuff I haven't told anybody.
She looks at everyone else and says, "Did you hear anything like this?" And the three film people all shake their heads no.
Yeah, I heard a voice that was asking me to come rescue it.
She looks at you and says, "Don't listen to it. You both need to come with me right now." And she looks to the three film people and she says, "You all stay here. Do you understand me? Stay here. Drink your hot cocoa." And she turns on her heels and walks out the door the way you guys came.
I look at Gavin and, follow after her.
As we're walking away, I'm gonna look back at the film people and try to signal help, get us out, figure out what the hell's going on.
Plot twist, the finale gets saved by the NPCs.
I mean, maybe, who knows?
Because I thought to ask for help. You're welcome.
So you guys leave the mess hall and start walking back towards the reception area. At about this time, Ava, Captain Indigo is leading you back the way you came. You guys end up in the reception area when suddenly you feel one of those tremors.
Oh, good.
You guys both kind of stagger a little bit, and you hear a thump against the door. Not the blue one that you just left through or the red one that you're going towards, but the door leading kind of further in. That kind of startles Indigo, and he sort of looks at the door kind of freaked and puts his hand on his belt, but there's nothing there for him to grab.
Oh.
He's very, very tense until the door swings open and you see Sky rushing in. She has a red mark on her forehead. It seems like with the shake, she might have just stumbled and hit her face in the door.
Oh, no.
She is leading Hannes and Gavin, and she walks up to Indigo and she starts whispering to him kind of covertly. And Ava, you hear, but Hannes and Gavin, you don't. "Sir, he's talking to them. I think he's in their head. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure." And you see Indigo, he just kind of deflates a little bit and goes, "Right. Okay. Filing that one away for later."
For later?
He turns and he says, "Thank you, Agent Sky. The two of you, I'm sorry, I forget your names. You were..."
My name is Johann von Meissner, but you can call me Hannes for short if this is easier for you.
Gavin Dixon, sir, do you know how to get this thing out of my head or us out of here or something?
Well, the door's right there, son, if you want to leave, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend that, as there is, the blizzard going on outside. Johann von Meissner?
Hannes for short.
If you prefer. I was just taking Ava to go check on your friends. Would you two like to join us?
Ava is like nodding behind Indigo because at the mention of something is in your head, she has gone wide-eyed.
Yeah, this seems good to perhaps have our whole team together, yeah?
Yes, it is well known that splitting the party is a terrible, horrible thing and should never be done at any cost.
Oh, here we go.
If you'll follow me. Sky, you can bring up the rear, I suppose. And he kind of...
We have forgotten to introduce Gunther.
Oh, that's right. There is a big-ass fucking dog with you all.
Yeah.
You see Indigo, he sees Gunther and just kind of stares for a second, blinks, and is moving on.
Filing it away.
Yep, filing it away. So, if you all would follow me, and he goes through the red door. It's another L-shaped corridor turning to the right. You see a bunch of different rooms leading off of it, all red doors, and they all have different kind of numbers on them and designations. You see one that just has an H on it, one that has an A, one that has a C, and then one that has a GM. All these doors are metal. They seem very heavy. He takes you to an unlabeled door. It doesn't have a designation on it. Inside, you see Maroon. He has Emery hooked up to a vital scanner from a hospital. So he's got his finger in the pulse oximeter and a blood pressure cuff on him. Heart rate to you guys seems normal. Just seems like he's knocked out.
So is this a hospital room?
Oh, no, it's not. You can tell that this is I was so excited to describe my character that I forgot to describe the place. It's clearly some kind of lab. There's a bunch of old chunky computers. Where Emery is kind of lying down is think a high school lab table.
Oh,
They just have him on a lab bench?
Yeah, one that you would dissect a frog on, but there's no scalpel. Gunther kind of sees Emery and goes up and is licking his hand.
It's a good boy.
There's another door leading out of the room. It's on the right-hand wall. You see the walls are kind of lined with inlaid shelves. They're backlit. It looks really nice. This looks like a high-tech chill facility. And you see jars, each with different kinds of labels on them.
Oh, no.
Some have an H with some numbers. Some have an A with some numbers.
Oh.
With odd things floating in them. I'm imagining apothecary kind of ingredients. You're seeing animal fetuses and stuff. You also see one of the tables has piles and piles of old cassette tapes on them. There's a cassette player. You see papers kind of scattered about, some of which have fallen down. This room has been shaking the same as everywhere else. The biggest stack of cassette tapes, you see a Post-it note with the word clean written on it.
Interesting.
You see there's weird gloves on a different table. They have some kind of metallic-y something or other on them. On one of the tables, you see a more clinical setup. There is a microscope and a computer that the terminal's been turned off, so you can't really see anything on it. But underneath the microscope, it's one of those... It's not one that you would have in biology class. It looks a little bit more high-tech. It's a camera arm with a plinth that it can kind of circle around. And on the plinth, you do see a human skull.
Oh!
It's not fresh. It seems very old. In museums, how skulls can be brown and have sort of a weathered, leathery texture to them. And that's on the opposite side of the room from Emery.
I hate all of this right now.
I should say, because I don't want you guys to think that this is too grisly. It's, it's weird, but it's not horrific. This looks like weird stuff, but it does look like a clinical-ish lab environment.
I'm really surprised that they would bring us into this place, but okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Indigo is looking into the room as you guys file in, and he says, Maroon, report.
And Maroon kind of like looks at Indigo and like goes to like talk to him in the doorway. What are you guys doing?
So I feel like Ava would have taken like 2 steps into the room and then stopped in pure horror at this, just boggled. And then, yeah, she'd go over to Emery to make sure he's like good.
That's fair. The heart rate monitor seems to be normal. He's breathing normally.
But this is legit. They're not like turning him into like a mummy or something.
I mean,
I don't know. Jacob, don't laugh. I don't know.
I don't know how you would be able to tell if they were turning him into a mummy or not. There are not canopic jars in the room.
Okay, good.
Are there rolls and rolls of like gauze or wrapping of any kind?
Oh, yeah. You look in the corner and it's just packed with toilet paper. It looks like these guys go to
Excellent.
Costco and they buy in bulk.
Smart move.
Hannes is going to go check out the cassette players.
Sure. Gavin?
I want to hear this status report. I want to know what
Nice.
happened, what's going on.
Okay. Cool. I think that's fine. Yeah, I don't require polls for these actions. You're all fine.
Oh,
Cool.
thank you.
So Hannes, we'll start with you. You go over to the cassette tapes. You see a bunch of papers that are just kind of strewn about the desk. They seem to describe audio recordings of a high school as like a header on most of these pages. You see case number 4073. They're kind of talking about how there isn't any kind of like audio distortion. Like it mentions like hauntings and like
Tragic death of a young teenage girl.
no, it doesn't talk about that. That's not important.
Wow.
Hey!
It's
Rip Grace Julia.
that's not important to the investigation. It mentions the term like infestation or like haunting possession of like the tapes in a way that does not make sense to your rational brain.
Yeah, Hannes is... I think the credibility of this place has been reduced in his mind because he doesn't believe in ghosts.
Gavin, you're by the door. You're like pretending to look at the jars on the walls because there's jars inset on the same wall as the door.
Yeah. Very interesting jars.
Yeah, they're super interesting. You're looking at a pig fetus at like 2 weeks. That's not long enough for
Cool.
anything to be there.
This is the joke jar that they put that label on there and they're like, ha ha ha, there's nothing in there, but everyone will try and look and see.
Yeah, and so Gavin, you're like, I don't think 2 weeks is anything. You look at the jar and you hear Maroon say, yeah, Captain, there's not much to report. Guy's knocked out cold. He'll come back, I don't know, an hour or so, but I don't think there's much we can do for him up here, you know? And you hear Indigo say, good. And have you heard him lately?
Oh.
No, Captain. He's leaving me alone, thankfully. I remember my stuff. Indigo says, excellent. You're dismissed. And Maroon says, oh, can I, and he goes like, no, back to the desk. And he's like, fucking God, fuck. And he tromps off and Indigo says, well, so it seems that your friend is safe. You're all welcome to wait out the storm here and, yeah, have a great time. And he slams the door shut.
What?
Oh!
But sir, something's in my head, and you know how to get it out?
You hear him on the other side. His voice is muffled because it's a very thick door. He says,
Like I said, filing that away for later.
Oh my god!
you hear him throw a bolt from his side of the door, and yeah,
Cool.
Excuse me.
An Arctic kidnapping. Huh.
I don't know if it's kidnapping, but it's certainly wrongful imprisonment.
yeah.
There's no laws in the Arctic.
Apparently not. Can I try the other door? Like, is that one locked?
Yeah. You go to the other door, and it is defo locked.
Okay. No one panic. What in the goodness gracious sakes is going on? Gavin, you said something was in your head. What does that mean?
I wish I knew. It's talking to me and it wants help.
Oh beans. When I was with Indigo, I heard something tell me that he was lying to us. Hannes, have you heard anything?
I have heard something. There has to be a logical explanation for this.
From behind all of you, from out of the skull, there emerges a spectral figure, long dark hair, matted and plastered over a really pale, slim face. You see, really, it's only the face that has any sort of definition to it. The rest of the body seems pale and it doesn't have many features, except for the hands. The fingers are too long. They have too many knuckles, and the nails are filed to points. And all of you hear a new voice. It sounds like a voice that's like pulled apart too long, raspy and guttural.
But there is, big man.
Oh, shit.
This episode of Dread and Breakfast is sponsored by Nail Files for all your sharpening needs.
Thank you so much for listening to Dread and Breakfast today. We want to thank our friend Cherry Sorbet for this story's amazing artwork. You can find her at Cherry Sorbet on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. We would also like to thank our friend Greyvoice for the use of their song My Apartment is a Spaceship from the album Enter the Void Machine, and also Petrimould off of The Dim, the song you are listening to right now. Isn't it nice? You can find links to Greyvoice, Cherry Sorbet, and all of our friends and all our own stuff at our website, dnbpod.com. You can follow us on Instagram at dnbpod and on Twitter at dreadandbfast. You should go check out those socials for some updates from the Minnesota Web Festival and the Miami Web Festival, both of which happened last week and both of which we were an official selection in. They were both really amazing, I'm sure. They're in the future when I'm recording this, but in the past when you're listening, so go check out the socials to see if I'm right. If you like the show and you're tired of hearing this, but please do give it a rating or review in whatever app you're listening to it on. It really does help us a lot. And also tell your friends. If they're cool, they'll like it too. And you wouldn't want to deprive them of something that would make them happy, right? Thank you so much for listening. We're back in 2 weeks with another bone-chilling episode.